Guess what? Today I'm bringing you my vlog all the way from San Siro in Milan, Italy. Join me, let's tour this historic stadium. So I'm about to start the tour. It's a little bit early. It's exactly 9:30. I got a ticket for the early tour just because I had other things to check up on. So join me, let's do this tour together. As usual, all the stadiums that I visited, the first place of call happens to be the museum. For some weird reasons, I think the museum was a little bit smaller as compared to other stadiums that I visited. Why am I saying this? San Siro happens to be one of the biggest stadiums in Europe, but then their museum wasn't up to the standard that I was expecting. But this doesn't prevent me from doing my tour and having a good time inside Italy. So therefore, I went ahead, capture everything that I was witnessing there, just so to share with my followers and my subscribers. Like any other stadium that I visited over the past couple of months, I realized one thing, which is the display of other clubs' jerseys in their museum. Right here, we can see that of Messi when he was with Barcelona. Legendary Zula, who played as a forward for Chelsea FC from 1996 to 2003. I mean, all the jerseys that we are seeing here are real jerseys from the players. And now we chancing on that of Neymar, who played for FC Barcelona, legendary Drogba, who played for Chelsea as a striker, and also Wayne Rooney, who played for Manchester United. Also, you can see that of Roberto Carlos, who played for Real Madrid, among other top players in the world. Talking of legendary players, AC Milan and Inter Milan have produced a top range of world top players. I mean, Iga Davids, Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo, of course, Ibrahimovic, Terrible West, and a list. You sitting at the back of your PC or TV, you can guess the number of top players that those two teams have produced over the years. So I booked this tour thinking I was going to go around or take you through a tour by myself, and to my surprise we have a tour guide today, so hopefully it's going to be more detailed. I'm not going to speak much, it's going to do more of the talking, so let's enjoy this.
27 plaques that shows the international trophies won by Inter and Milan. This wall is also important for the city because Milan is the first city to have two teams that have won the UEFA Champions League.
That was a quick introduction by the tour guide who led us through this particular tour in San Siro. He was so super good and on point. After this talk, we were led into the main stadium and he had this to say.
Originally, the name of the stadium was just San Siro, but after the death of the Italian football legend Giuseppe Meazza in 1980, the city decided to honor him and gave his name to the stadium, okay? Then the name of the stadium would be Giuseppe Meazza in San Siro Stadium.
Right after this, we're led into the next part of the tour, which happens to be that of Inter Milan. So if you're a fan of Inter Milan, stay tuned.
Detail, okay? AC Milan has different colors, different logos, different sponsors, everything different, okay? Also, this corridor changes according to the cups. For example, when you have a Champions League match, you have the Champions League design and also the Champions League sponsors, okay?
Just in case you don't know, Inter Milan has over 30 sponsors solely for Inter Milan, whilst AC Milan has different sponsors. Interestingly, during every match, they need to change sponsorship. The backdrop and any other thing has to be changed. So the stadium is used both by AC Milan and Inter Milan, of which currently we are at the AC Milan locker room. At this point, since we are in the AC Milan locker room, the tour guide decided to take us through a little history about AC Milan.
AC Milan is called AC Milan and not AC Milano as the name of the city in Italian because it was founded by an Englishman and he wanted to keep the English name for the team. He also wanted Milan to be a team of devils, that's why. The red is the color of the fire and black to represent the fear of AC Milan's opponents. ACM, Associazione Calcio Milan, Football Association Milan, and 1899, the year of foundation. And now for me it's the best part to say. I am Brazilian by the way, okay? And when AC Milan had a lot of Brazilians on the squad, they used to sit all together in this corner. It was Cafu, Vida, Serginho, Kaká, Ronaldinho, Thiago Silva, Ronaldo, the Rio Ronaldo, not the Portuguese one, okay? Yeah. Pato and Robinho. It's also important to tell you guys that in this place in here, you used to sit one of the biggest legends of the Italian football. Do you want to try to guess who? Easy question, right? Paolo Maldini used to sit in here, okay? Also, Zlatan Ibrahimovic used to sit on the same place on the last seasons as a football player, okay? So feel free to take some.
Right after we left the locker room of AC Milan, we headed straight to that of Inter Milan. Inter Milan was formed in 1908. Since its formation has won over 36 domestic trophies, including 19 league titles, 9 Coppa Italia and 8 Super Coppa Italia.
A bit different from the other, right? Of course, not just because of the colors, but also because of the structure. Here, Inter wants to have one bench for all the players because they want to make them united, like a team. In the meanwhile, Milan wants to focus on the individuality of the players. That's why in there it's more fancy the separate chairs for them, okay? It's a difference between the philosophy of the clubs. And here on the corridor, it's the walk of fame of the legends of Inter. But I don't know, guys, if you saw those last 2 empty jerseys at the end of the corridor. No names, no numbers. Those are to motivate the current players to become the next legend, okay? It's quite nice, right? And Inter was founded 9 years after the AC Milan when 44 members of the board of AC Milan refused a new rule from the league to have a maximum of 5 foreign players on the squad. So then they quit AC Milan and found the Internazionale, that means international in Italian, so they could have as many foreigners as they want on the team. And they choose the colors black and blue because it's the color of the sky during the night. And guess what? Inter was founded during the night. See?
After that presentation of how Inter Milan was founded, we headed straight to the tunnel where both AC Milan and Inter Milan uses to walk straight to the pitch. Finally, we made it to the pitch that all the legends in football history have played on, the San Siro pitch. This is the place that history has been made, and the tour guide had something to say about the pitch.
Outside the pitch there is artificial grass, right? But inside is hybrid, I mean 85% natural and 15% artificial grass. But it's not like there is a natural grass next to an artificial grass. There is a nylon rope that sticks the natural grass to the ground. Simple like that, right? Of course not, it's just easy to say, okay? There is a huge job under it. For example, every summer we change the grass. So before the season of football starts, when arrives the new grass, arrives together, one machine to sew it with this nylon rope on the natural grass through the ground. It's a huge job, more than 10 days to be everything ready for a football match, as you can see today, okay? Actually, not as we can see today. Why that? Because of those machines on the pitch, right? Those are phytolamps to make the grass grow, okay? Why that? Because during the winter time, the sun is always behind the roof. So as we still need to make the grass grow, we use this technology for that, okay? AC Milan's bench for the players and coaching staff. Next to it, but then behind the Paramount barriers, there are 70 seats called ground box. Those are for the injured players, family of the players, and important VIPs. But to watch one match from that, you always need to be invited, okay? Unfortunately, there aren't tickets available for that sector. At the same side, on the second blue tier, it's the Curva Sud, southern end, for the AC Milan fans, AC Milan Ultras. I'm not wrong, okay? I know it's a little bit hard to believe because it's blue, but yes, it's where the Ultras of Milan are during the matches, okay? And now, on the other side, at your left, it's the Inter's bench, and also the ground box. Also at the same side, on the second green tier, it's the Curva Nord, northern end, for Inter fans, Inter Ultras. And always the away fans was on the third tier of the opposite side according to the home team. For example, if plays AC Milan against Roma, the Roma fans would be on the third tier on the green seats. If it's Inter against Roma, the Roma fans would be also in the third tier, but on the blue seats, okay? And here behind you guys, 15 rooms called Sky Boxes, and one in each corner, the Sky Lounges. They are like restaurants, and they are all rented for the whole season for the sponsors, so then they can invite their clients or friends to watch a match here in San Siro. But sometimes, past of the stadium, right? It's 75,936 seats, okay? Of course, we can say 76,000 seats. I just like to be precise, sorry for that, okay? It's the biggest stadium in Italy and the 5th biggest in all Europe.
So this part of the stands happens to be a very special seat made for invited guests, among other people. With this seat, you can't purchase it online unless you are specially invited by the club. The most beautiful part of my tour in all the stadiums that I've visited happens to be this part. This gives me the opportunity to look at the stadium and enjoy the view without being distracted by noise, especially when there is no one here. Just have a look. Isn't this beautiful? This part of the tour happens to be a display of everything from jerseys to souvenirs of the Italian national team. The Italian national male team happens to be one of the most successful male teams in the world. They've won the World Cup four times, including the 2006 FIFA World Cup, among other trophies. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and comment, share this video. I'm bringing you another video from Italy, from one of the top football clubs here.